what has made me focused on my career? Partly a competitive spirit. I am just very competitive, even though I try not to be. I think there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not mean and step on other people on the way. I've had great mentors who, when I was offered an opportunity and I thought, can I do this? They've said, yes, you can. When I was on the faculty at the University of Pennsylvania, I was offered to become the division chief of gastroenterology at Penn State Hershey Medical Center. And at that time, I was not planning to move. My family is very important to me. My parents live in New Jersey. My sister lives in Baltimore. And I was not willing to move anywhere that wouldn't allow me a couple of hours driving distance. I have 2 children. My sister has 2 children. And it was very important for us that they would be very close friends. So we wanted to be able to, we would to get together frequently. But I realized at some point in your career, if you ever want to move up, people have to know that you're willing to move. So I would be getting letters, would I be interested in looking at other leadership positions? And I'd always say no. And then I decided I have to at least look, because otherwise people would view they would soon say, oh, she'll never move. So Hershey wasn't that far away, so I went there. And I really loved it. It's a great academic place. It's a very nice environment. I grew up in a village in England, and Hershey is a little more rural, and it had the atmosphere that I really enjoyed my childhood, and I thought my kids would really enjoy that. So I called my husband and said, this is really nice. And he said, no, you said you were just going to look. But it turned out to be a great opportunity for me, and my mentor who in Philadelphia said, no, you can do this. My husband moved, so I could take this opportunity. So I've had a lot of support. And partly it's because I did want to move up in my career. And I think at every stage of the career you want to be the best you can be. And that's part of being competitive. And so unfortunately I would say it is my competitive drive that has been the thing that's kept me going in my career. I also, when you go to meetings, as what you do as part of academics, you want to have a role at that meeting. You want to be up there with the people who are at the top of the field. And it's interesting because when I have fellows coming up, they sort of view this as being impossible. They start in a research area and they sort of know nothing. And I try and point out all the people that are writing the papers, they all start at the same point. With time and effort, you will become the expert. And even though you cannot imagine it at the time, it just requires effort and connections. And you will end up being the person on that podium. And that's true for anybody starting off. Nobody sprang up being a Nobel Prize winner. They obviously they had more than just hard work to get there, but you can be very successful even though you're starting from apparently knowing nothing, if you put in the effort to do it. But you have to want to get to that goal. And I think many people can do that.